Today, I will introduce the UHV-342 tan delta tester, produced by Wuhan UHV. Here is a 10 kV power transformer. Use our UHV-342 to perform a dielectric loss test on this 10 kV power transformer. The following introduces the wiring. First, the wiring diagram. This is the positive connection method, UST. You can see the output of the instruments on both sides. To the test product, to the CX side here. This is the reverse connection method, GST, wiring. This is the CDT wiring method. CDT needs to use this side. The current connection method is the positive connection method, UST, so one side outputs, then go back to CS. To the low voltage side, take it back. The high voltage line is connected to the ground wire. And it must be connected to a ground wire itself. The instrument must be reliably grounded. This red high voltage line has a lead. This lead must also be grounded. This is a red high voltage line. Connect to the output port. This is a terminal connected to the ground, a wire. Connect to the transformer from here. First, the high voltage side is short-circuited with a short-circuit wire. The low voltage side is also short-circuited. The red output line is clamped on the high voltage side. This shielding line is clamped at the yellow clip. After short-circuiting, the black test line on the low voltage side then returns to the instrument. Note that this small black clip also needs to be clamped on this red flat-bottomed clip, or it can be left hanging. It can also be clamped at an insulated place. The black line returns to the CX end. After connecting, connect the 220 volts power supply. Turn on the instrument. Note that this side is internal high voltage allowed. It is opened, the high voltage will be output. If it is closed, the high voltage will not be output. After the instrument is connected to the power supply, turn on. After turning on, the screen automatically enters the test interface. Directly select, this is the positive connection method, UST. You can press up and down to select. Now it is the positive connection method, UST. No need to change. This is frequency conversion. None of this needs to be changed. The only thing that needs to be changed is that 0-10 kV can be adjusted. Now we use 5 kV to test it. The voltage can be adjusted by pressing or pressing. After adjusting to 5 kV, select Test. After all the settings here are done, allow the internal high voltage to be turned on. If this switch is not turned on, the instrument cannot output high voltage. After turning it on, enter the test options. Click OK directly. This key must be pressed for a long time. After pressing, the light flashes here. Then the instrument starts testing. The test results are out. You can print directly, save, or exit. If you need to print, click OK. The test results are printed out. Select Exit. Turn off the high voltage power supply and power supply. Unplug the power supply. After disconnecting, the test product discharges. Change to the reverse connection method, GST. Now use the reverse connection method, GST, for testing. The reverse connection method is the same, the instrument is grounded. The ground wire on the high voltage side also needs to be connected to the ground wire side. The only difference is that the CX end does not need to be connected. The connection method of the test object also needs to be changed. Connect the red high voltage wire here. A shielded wire is grounded here, and connected to the ground wire. The other side is connected to the test object. The red high voltage wire is connected to the high voltage chamber, and can be short-circuited. After short-circuiting, this wire is directly connected to the ground wire. The instrument is connected to a 220 volts power supply. Turn on the power switch. The instrument enters the power on state. Here you need to change its connection method. Select reverse connection. GST. This does not need to be set. This is frequency conversion. Then the connection method. Now the voltage is 2 kilovolts, still adjusted to 5 kilovolts for testing. After selecting the test option, turn on the internal high voltage switch. Be sure to note that if the high voltage switch is not turned on, high voltage output cannot be performed. This also plays a protective role. After turning it on, press and hold the test key. Wait until the red light flashes, and then release it. Only in this way can the test be performed. The test results are out. You can choose to print. Click OK. This is the test result of reverse connection, GST. You can also save it. We will not save it here. Click to exit directly. After exiting, turn off the high voltage switch. Turn off the power switch. Then discharge. Remove the wires. The test is completed.